So hi guys, and welcome to CMC Motors on Lusaka Road, where we're about to check out the brand new 2020 refresh of the Suzuki Ciaz. Now I'm very sure that you're used to thinking about Suzuki with small, compact, very practical, very fuel efficient cars, but as you can see, they've gotten into this market, the mid-size saloon market, with this beautiful Ciaz. Of course, now the refresh of this now in 2020, a lot of new technology, lots of new stuff to check out on this car. Let's take you through what it is to offer over here. This car is built on that brand new TECT platform that Suzuki is doing to make sure that they can put brand new engines, to make sure that they can make it safer, because this actually is a very safe car. But in terms of what it looks like, let's have a look at this front. Beautiful. Beautiful is all I can say. Honestly, they've done a really good job with this, especially in this fantastic metallic blue color. As you can see, it's playing very well with the sunlight. So looking at the lights, as you can see, we actually do have LED lights in this vehicle, which is very surprising considering its price point. In addition to that, at the top inside the light, you have a chrome strip that is balanced out by the daytime running lights, LEDs, that switch on when the car is actually on the road to give it that butch external feel. Now when it's in your rear view mirror, you can feel the presence of this car. Now moving on to the side of this car, we have, of course, now in the GLX, the high spec version of this, as standard 16-inch alloys come as standard in this car. Of course, now the two-tone design, silver and a bit of black. Now moving on to the side, you can see that this car is actually a lot longer than it looks. This car is actually about 2 centimeters smaller than the Toyota Premio, so it's a lot bigger than it looks, by the way. And we're going to show you the interior just to show you how much space that has. But let's come to the back and let me show you where this is shining, because as you can see, the beautiful design in the front extends all the way to the back. And as you can see with the rear view mirrors, they have done an LED effect, so it looks like it's an LED inside here. Looks premium, looks a lot bigger than it actually is. Like I was saying, a little wider than it looks. But the premium look and feel does not end with the exterior. Let's jump into the car. Let's show you what it has to offer. Come inside the cabin of the Suzuki Ciaz, and you can see that the name that they have for the Ciaz, of course, now stands for comfort, attitude, intelligence and zeal. So this is the comfort part of that, and you can see that they came through with that in this interior. As you can see, a lot of soft touch plastic at the top over here, making it, of course, feel a lot more premium than it actually is. One thing I really like about what they've done to the interior is this aluminium looking strip across over here that gives you a feel that this is a premium thing that you're sitting in. On the doors as well, this soft touch plastic is at the top, as well as any surface that you're touching at the bottom over here, which means they've done a really good job on that. Coming to the center console, we have now what is new on the 2020 refresh, which is this beautiful 7-inch display that they have in the middle here. Now this is one of the new things that they have done in this car, and what I like about it is that it's powering, first of all, a 6-speaker sound system, which actually sounds really nice, and it's giving you a bigger display for the reverse camera that this car is fitted with. What I like about what they've done now with the storage over here is that it is hidden usually, of course, now giving you those clean lines that I said, because this is a very minimal display. But just over here, just below, above, of course, now the gear selector, there's a very big space just that you can access by opening over here. It's big enough to keep a phone inside here. Moving a bit lower, we have, of course, now your standard gear shift. Of course, this now, because it has a brand new engine, also comes with a brand new gearbox, and now this is actually powered by a 5-speed auto. Now Suzuki claims that this has very good efficiency, and we're going to put that to the test a little later. Now coming over here now to the steering wheel, and this is where you start to see the changes between the old Ciaz and the new Ciaz, because all the technology that this car has available is available over here. I can actually be very pleased to tell you that what they've done over here is on the steering wheel itself, we have controls, of course, for the music system on the left side of the screen. So you can actually control this music system, this brand new 7-inch touchscreen display, using the buttons on the steering wheel. In addition to that, they have actually put specific buttons for making and receiving calls just under the steering wheel over here. So just to make sure that you can make and receive calls specifically without having to go into a menu on this touch screen or having to navigate through menus over here. There are actually 3 buttons, one for making a call, one for cutting a call, and one for activating the voice assistant feature on this car. The technology available for this car, this price point, is really incredible because we have cruise control fitted to this car, which you can control, of course, now with the steering wheel buttons on the right side. Under the steering wheel on the side, we have a button for, guess what? Parking sensors, which have also been thrown into this car, in addition to now the high beam, which is actually a button that you have on the side. Now, I have to say, in terms of space, there's quite a lot of space in this car. These seats are actually very comfortable. They've done a really good job with this. They're manual, but they actually have height adjustment, so you can push the seat up like you're seeing over here, or you can push it down. And in addition to that, of course, now we have the steering wheel having adjustment up and down. So you can actually adjust this car to fit whatever size of person you are. I'm 5'9", I'm finding it very comfortable, but somebody smaller than me should be able to get their seat and the steering wheel in any configuration to make them comfortable when they're driving in this car. So these nice, lovely leather seats, let's check out how they feel at the back. Coming around to the back, and this is exactly where you see just how big this car is. When I was doing the exterior review, I told you this car is bigger than it looks, and here is where you can see that, because as you can see, I have loads of knee room, loads of room for my feet under the driver's seat. This seat is set to my driving position. I'm 5'9", and look at how much space I have over here. There's loads of space available in this car. This now, they have done a really good job with that. In terms of the comfort, as you can see, those beautiful leather seats in the front extend all the way to the back. All of that soft touch material is still over here. And another thing that they've done to make it even feel bigger than it actually is doing this two-tone contrast. So the leather and the doors, of course, now are black, but as you can see, the headliner is a beautiful cream color. It allows you to allow all of this light to come into the cabin, make it feel a lot bigger than it actually is. Let's check out the boot to see just how much space there is for the stuff that you need. So, like I had mentioned, there's a lot of space in this car. This car actually in the boot has 565 liters of capacity, which as you can see is big enough for DCI. It's important to note that this means that this is actually the biggest boot in this class. In addition to that, we have under here a full-size spare tire for any situation that you happen to be in, of course, with a jack and the like, if you're on the move and you happen to have a puncture. But it's time for us guys to take this car on the road and see what this brand new engine has to offer. A lot of the time when you're putting the car on the road, you want to maybe take it to the bypass, see how fast that it can go. But what we decided today is to put you in a real world situation. So we're in the middle of traffic jam over here on Uhuru Highway, because this is realistically where a lot of people are going to be driving their cars almost 80% of the time. If your car can't work in traffic, if it's not comfortable, if the engine is not peppy enough, if the brakes are not okay, then it's going to disturb you on a regular basis. So we have it here in a real world environment right now in traffic on Uhuru Highway. And first thing I'm going to mention, obviously, even before we talk about how it feels to drive, is the visibility in this car. They've done a really good job, like I had mentioned when I was sitting in the back, of dealing with making sure that, of course, the bottom of the car over here is a dark color and the top is light, so that gives you a light, airy feel. But in addition to that, the A-pillar over here doesn't block you too much. You actually have a lot of visibility out of the windshield on the sides. I'm able to see any of the doozies that are passing on the side. I can see people walking around, and I have very good visibility of the rear through the rear view mirror and the mirrors on the side over here. So you actually have almost, I'd say, total control of your environment. Nobody is going to surprise you over here. All of the angles are really good. Now, in slow moving traffic like this, two things are happening at the moment. We are taking, first of all, maximum control of the engine using this system. Like we had mentioned, this is a brand new 1.5 liter engine. This is up from the 1.4 liter that was available before. What they've done with this is given you a little more power, but increased the fuel efficiency. So this has a claimed fuel efficiency of about 20 kilometers to the liter. At the moment, I happen to be doing about 18 when you're stuck in this traffic jam. You're actually able to see that in real time in this driver information display in the middle over here. Now, This, what they've done with this is giving it a brand new gearbox, and it actually allows you to do very well in this slow stop-start traffic that you have over here. Now, in other markets, this is available as a hybrid with an actual stop-start technology. The suspension has done a really good job. Like we had mentioned, in the front you have McPherson struts, at the back there's a torsion beam. It's actually very comfortable when it's on the road. So the combination of the suspension and the seats actually gives you a very nice ride when you're on the move. And I have to say, when you're sitting at the back, the amount of space that's available, plus the fact that you have AC vents, means that this is a very nice car for road trips, especially if you consider just how much space there is in that boot. Now let's check out how this stacks up against its competition. Let's go to value for money.
So guys, you've seen the updated Ciaz. It's stylish, it's compact enough, and of course it's got that je ne sais quoi we keep on talking about. But Mr. Murigi, what are your key thoughts about this particular Ciaz?
Well, the first thing I have to say is, like I said during the review, it's a lot bigger than it looks. It packs a lot in this package over here. We have a lot of comfort, efficiency, and style and luxury, all in this one fantastic looking package.
Now, how much does it cost on the road?
Well, prices for the Suzuki Ciaz start at 1.8 million shillings. This, of course, comes with CMC's 3-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty, whichever comes first.
And finally, before we leave, what are the key rivals in this particular segment?
So if you're talking about small saloon cars, we cannot talk about that without mentioning the Hyundai Grand i10, which we had on our show a few weeks back, and the Renault Megane, which you can find on our YouTube channel. We reviewed this in season 1.
Wow, guys, thank you so much for joining us on Cars with Big Boy Trev. If you have any questions, comments, or queries, do not hesitate to write to us as seen on the social media handles below, and we'll get back to you with the feedback. Well, signing out, this is Big Boy Trev.
This is Murigi. Drive safe
and be safe.